They're always telling us to be more creative, to think outside of the box. But then when we actually try to, we get told our ideas are ridiculous or that they don't make sense. But surely creativity is exactly that. Something that has never made sense before. Something ridiculous. It feels like they actually want us to stay in the box, but at the same time be completely original. And that's just confusing. And adults are hypocrites, because none of them think outside of the box either. Each teacher says the exact same things. Guys, I'm waiting. I've got my GCSEs. It's your own time you're wasting. They're basically exact copies of the teachers that taught them. And they call us unoriginal. When you're little, crazy and ridiculous ideas are encouraged. It's called divergent thinking. Basically the ability to think outside of the box and solve problems in creative ways. Little kids are really good at it. And it gets knocked out of them at secondary school by boring teachers, textbooks, and tests. I watched a TED Talk on it where a guy was drawing his ideas as he explained them. I'd love it if my teachers drew the ideas as they were teaching us. That's thinking outside the box.
As kids, we're pigeonholed all the time. I know we're supposed to be the luckiest generation and we can be whatever we want to be, but when everyone's special, it kind of means no one is. Anyway, things haven't really changed. The clever kids still think they're clever, and the stupid ones still think they're stupid, even though they might be really good at building things in like design technology. I mean, that's clever, just not valued in the same way being good at math, being good in maths and English are. Schools, teachers, politicians, they tell you that everyone's valued, everyone's equal, but they're not. Some people need to fail, have no self-confidence, because if everyone followed their dreams, who would pack the bags you at little? Actually, I don't think they pack the bags for you at little. Sorry, I guess what I'm trying to say is being good at PE or drama or anything that isn't an academic subject doesn't really matter, because to get into A levels, to go to uni, to get a decent job, you need good grades in maths, English and science. I mean, the teachers, it's not their fault. They don't want it to be that way. I mean, I like drama. I just wish that my interest in it was more valued.
Everyone thinks I'm some angry teenager. I mean, I am angry. And I am a teenager. So yes, they're right. But I'm angry for a reason, and no one ever asked me what that reason is. I mean, it's so easy to look at me, see some moody kid and just write me off. It's probably boys, right? Or hormones. Or social media. Oh, she's got no appreciation for anything that doesn't have a screen. Or maybe you should be doing more to take an interest in me. There are loads of things I like. I like animals. I think I want to work for an animal charity or something to do with conservation. I actually follow loads of wildlife conservation accounts on Instagram and Twitter. I share their posts, raise awareness, and they do these competition things that I always enter. I won once. They used my slogan in a campaign they were doing to promote awareness for the hedgehogs that might be living in your garden. Don't hedge your bets. Home our hogs by hedging them instead. Pretty good, right? And that's probably why I'm angry. Because people are sorry, crap. But they are. I mean, there's this whole climate crisis thing going on right now. Literally, rainforests burning, plants and animals dying, and who cares? What are schools, teachers, everyone doing to help? So why should I listen to them? Look up to them even? Seriously, why should I?
For millennia, humans have struggled with how to express themselves. The primary purpose of communication is pragmatic. Where are my shoes? That hurts. Please stop hitting me. That expression difference. About effectively conveying the sunlight experience. Very thing can feel, both individually and collectively, in response to events, people, things. Egyptian hieroglyphs. As tech artifacts. They don't just capture history. They capture whole mythology, belief systems, culture norms and values. And as our lives become less about survival and more about stability, our problems have gone from being external, where's my next meal coming from, to internal. Need to Instagram a meal before I eat it for self-validation. And our problem, our mental state, become more and more important. And while the world around us is relatively easy to describe, feelings aren't. They're complex, ambiguous, and often indefinable. And that's why art, all art, is so important. Music, song, painting, poetry, drama, they help convey our feelings when everyday words fail. They connect us, or just leave us with an impression of being, whatever it is. They make you feel things that words simply don't. Take World War One. A cliche, I know, but it's the poetry from the trenches, not the history textbooks, yet anywhere close to understanding the horrors of fighting a war. Watching brothers in arms die, ripped open by bullets, coughing, clawing froth up from the lungs. Not the what happened, the how did it feel, and how did it change a person? The ancient Greeks used this as a kind of catharsis. Watch the trauma of other people unfold, reflect, and heal your own. And it still does that. So yeah, from the outside it can seem pretentious and airy-fairy. And to be honest, sometimes it is. But drama and theatre has so much value. It might not get you into Oxford, but it'll make you a better person. More caring, more empathetic, more open to the experiences of others, more connected. Isn't that basically what life is about? Connections?
When you sign up for drama, whether your teacher told you how much work is going to be involved or not, it ends up being way more all-consuming than you imagined it would. After school rehearsals, lunchtime rehearsals, hours and hours of desperately trying to be creative, to be original, whatever that means. Not with a group of people you probably wouldn't choose to spend your time with. It all sounds pretty stressful, right? Well, it is. But it's also worth it. I'm not saying that your piece of GCSE drama is going to change the face of theatre. It won't. In the grand scheme of things, it'll be awful. Like, really, really bad. But it doesn't matter, because you have taken something, a shared human experience, an emotion, an impression, and you have expressed that artistically. And even though it might end up looking something more like something that came out of the common room of a psychiatric institution, you created that. And it's not, I mean, the audience sat down and watched it. It's in their brain forever. It's not like some kind of essay that gets lost in a teacher's cabinet. It's permeated consciousness, you know? And that's permanent. And maybe even next time, it'll actually be closer to being good. As for the bunch of misfits you'll have to work with, they might actually end up becoming your best friends at school. It's difficult working together so closely to create something together without becoming close. And however annoying, antisocial, weird, or vacant they might seem. Oh, and I should probably say something about the drama teachers. They actually work really hard. Trust me on that one.
Your drama exams are what'll keep them up at night. And well, the man's busy trying to sideline anything that's not really university challenge academic. They're fighting for your right to ponce around the stage, pretend to be a tree and explore your emotions and all that crap. So, kudos.